All right, bean farmers, pack up your wagons. It's time to start settling out west. Sure, Doggy. We already got an eager group who's raring to go. The tales of riches and the promise of the golden beans are just too much to handle. But our journey will be full of dangers.
Dangers? What kind of dangers?
Well, there will be treacherous terrain, the occasional bandit, and oh yeah, this guy.
Nope, no way. I'm out of here. What the heck?
Howdy folks, and welcome to Bean Farm Gaming.
And this is our review of
Royal Frontier.
I'd like to thank the publisher for providing me a review copy of the game prior to its release.
It was developed by
Woblyware.
It was published by those crafty guys over at Ratalaika.
Hear that, Achievement Hunters?
This one right here, it came out on all major consoles on March 17th for that awesome price of $6.99.
And welcome to the Royal Frontier.
Does this game style sound familiar? It should. Woblyware has a wonderful and creative style of crafting worlds and characters within their games. They've given us such classics as Daggerhood, Omega Strike, League of Evil, and my personal favorite, Devious Dungeons 1 and 2. Not only do they tend to be fun to look at, but the gameplay tends to be fun to play as well. So much that I've played through full completions on most of their games on multiple platforms, because I do enjoy the grind. Speaking of grind, their games tend not to be straight shots, as they can be run through in about 10 minutes. But instead, they're a bit more slow burns, as you must grind for gold and XP gains to level up and face the increasing difficulty levels of enemies and challenging boss battles. Luckily, due to the fact that Woblyware games are fun to play, I eagerly looked forward to getting back to the grind, rather than dreading it. Looking at you, clicker heroes. This game has a few more RPG elements as you consider the choices that would affect your team, their health, and their supplies. Most of the time, the risk is well worth the reward, especially when you got a stronger weapon. Otherwise, you're stuck with a tiny sword like your name was Brad or something.
I got a tiny sword.
It's your job to guide a group of heroes in a caravan safely across a dangerous continent. The main goal of the game here is to choose the right path and make the right decisions while making most of the resources you got available, and to guide these settlers safely through their journey.
Just like Oregon Trail. Real great.
Now, each stop along the route you usually come up and end in some sort of fight of some sort. Just like a typical Friday night down at the local Chuck E. Cheese, and the fighting is carried out in turn-based combat. You whack, they whack, you whack, they whack, and when the whacking is all done, you'll have a clear wiener, which usually belongs to you. Now, the whole name of the game here is repetition. Each time you get a little bit stronger, you'll be able to venture on a little bit further. And it took me about 5 or 6 runs to be able to reach the end of the first world. Although the route, they've laid a few treasure chests, mini battles, and ambushes. Sometimes they come across the decision points where you gotta decide whether you bet the farm on the river crossing or just play it sliding smooth, like my brother-in-law. Each run here is different, and the player won't be able to find all the treasures, bosses, and complete all the challenges during one single run. So, good luck on your speed run, bro. The randomly generated worlds keep things unpredictable, and with added challenges, replayability has been considered. But ultimately, it falls into the trap of most RNG games, with repeated maps, textures, and a predictable enemy AI. If you play a game enough, you'll eventually find your way to the end and obtain the full completion. So an easy game, yeah. Quick completion, no. Although Royal Frontier is sitting with a sub 2-hour completion waiting on the TA, I find the grind here to be one boring and unfulfilling. In full disclosure, I don't like them roguelites to begin with. I enjoyed the characters and environment found here on a Woblyware title, but I found the execution and gameplay here to be repetitious for me. For your $7 on a Tuesday night, it's a fair enough distraction to keep my attention for more than a few hours. But ultimately, this game here left the farm with
3 beans out of 5.
Yeah, well, that wraps up that review right there. Here's some notes I took. Where I put the keys to the tractor.
So, we make these new review videos every week, so if you're an indie developer or there's something you want to see
Stardew Valley!
besides Stardew Valley or Call of Duty, let us know your thoughts and recommendations in the comments down below. Be sure to visit again next week
as we continue to take humorous stabs at some of the industry's new and upcoming titles.
Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time on the farm.